Hello, welcome to Maze Crochet. It is Rachel After Dark. So what are we doing today? Well, a couple weeks ago I got an Apple Watch. I've never had one before. I decided, I want one. And it's been great. It's been really awesome to not have to have my phone on me all the time. But if you know anything about me, or if you don't, I like to have options, right? So I go into the store and the guy's like, you want white or black? And I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to change things out. Because of course you can buy a million different bands and face watches and all kinds of stuff. So, which I have, not a million, like 6. I bought 6 new and 7 because, some were in a pack and they're the Class B ones, but this is a stretchy band and I really like this one. Of course it ended up being my favorite, but, and then I've got different covers as well. If you've seen my glasses change a million times, it's because I have magnetic top frames to change out to match whatever I have on that day. Of course, I had to do the same for the watch, obviously. But I'm trying not to be crazy about it and buy too much. I'm trying to keep it somewhat manageable, or definitely manageable. I'm trying not to overdo it. I really am. But I was also at Walmart, and I was like, let me see if they have any that appeal to me. Why not? And I found a beaded do-it-yourself kit. I know absolutely nothing in the world about beading, but it has the end pieces in there, the pieces that actually connect to the watch. And so I went ahead and grabbed it, and I was thinking about doing it and putting something together. But then I was like, what if I crocheted it? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be so much better? Because I'm more into that than beading, because I've literally never beaded anything before in my life, I don't think. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will probably give these to my daughter and she can make a bunch of stuff. It's got everything else in there, like the string and all that, whatever, that stretchy string stuff. But I did take these. I have a 40 millimeter one. And so they have the 2 sizes that are typically sold, the smaller and the larger. And I have the smaller. So, because this is a SE 2nd generation that came out last year. I have like an iPhone 11, which is still in perfect working condition. So it does not pair with newer ones, but like the newest ones, but it does pair with the SEs. And this is a 2nd gen SE that came out last year. So it does work with my phone, which is great, because that's what we want, right? Okay, so I spent a very long time at Michael's today, extremely overwhelmed by all the beading options. It was a lot. It was way too much, actually. So I do plan on doing 2, because there were 2 sets of the connectors in there, a darker themed one and a lighter themed one. The lighter themed one will be white with color beads spelling out Maze Crochet. I'll get into a little knit I have to pick in a minute, and then some extra color beads on the side. So I saw these and I'm like, oh, that'd be really cute for the light color. I'll just do Maze Crochet in the purple and the pink that I always use. Tell me why out of 340 pieces, there was no pink E to go on the maze. I was going to do maze in pink and crochet in purple. There was no pink E at all out of all these pieces. So then I decided to see, well, maybe there's another purple E, because there was a purple E for crochet. So I was like, maybe there's a purple E and I can just alternate them or something. No other purple E. Seriously, the most popular letter, one of the most popular letters in the alphabet, and no pink and only 1 purple. So there is a turquoise one. So I guess I'll just be doing it in pink, purple, and turquoise. It'll spell Maze Crochet, Maze Crochet. And then I'm going to do a couple of corresponding bead colors. I cannot talk. It is late. As far as yarn goes, at first I was going to get like a regular, not like a cotton or acrylic specifically, but like the tube yarn that the Woobles uses in their kits. They do sell it at Michael's. The Loops and Threads brand has it. It's called tube something. I don't remember. Anyway, I was going to get that. And then maybe I thought use some elastic thread, because it needs to be stretchy, because I'm making a stretchy band. I don't have like a clasp or anything. First of all, I am fully aware that this is going to be on the inside of my wrist, and only I can really see it unless I show it off. Second of all, I don't care. But it does need to be stretchy. So that was my biggest concern. And then also like how it holds up as well, because, yarn can pill and get kind of gross and unpleasant to look at. So I was also in the sewing section, and I was looking for a white elastic thread to see if I could use any to run on the white band, because I know I have black at home, but I couldn't remember if I had white or not. And then I found this spandex cord, tons of, like 100 yards of it in black and white both. So I'm using that instead. I put the yarn back. I'm like, don't need you anymore. However, practicing different patterns and things this afternoon, I've come to realize it is very difficult to work with, because it is stretchy, very stretchy. Tension is hard. It is very hard, actually. So the consistency just does not exist. It's very difficult. I did start with a smaller hook, was not working out. So now I'm up to a 5, and I think I'm going to stick with that. I think 20 stitches across, maybe 22 would be best. It's about the width of this. This is my template for how long and wide I need it to be to fit properly. The other problem I've had is I've tried several methods of actually crocheting the beads into the pattern. So like stringing them on here, and then whenever I came up to wanting to place the bead, I would crochet it into that stitch. And trying to make a word out of it is very difficult. Like all the letters, all the beads are scrunching up together. There's also another method where you can take, this isn't going to fit through, but you can take a skinnier hook like a 2. If you've ever watched the people use like the colored beads to make a weighted blanket, those are really cool. I would never want to mess with that, but they're really cool. Anyway, they don't put the beads on the yarn first. They just like take a hook, skinny hook, and then put it through there and then crochet it on that way. I tried it as well. Did not work out. If you're ever curious about that method, it turns the letters sideways. It turns the beads sideways from the way they are. So then all the letters are sideways and not up and down the way I wanted them. So yeah, it's been a day of trying to figure this out. I am now on my very last plan. I have not worked it at all. I'm hoping to do it in this video, but I think I will do like a row of crochet and then like a row or 3 on the dark one, 1 on the light one of the beading, just skipping over all of it and then anchoring it to the other side with crochet and then doing another row of crochet. That's not gonna work. Maybe it will. I don't know if this is gonna work. I have tried to plan it out in my head. I'm not sure. We're gonna try with the lighter color first because there's less beadwork involved. The darker one, I think it's gonna have to be like 3 rows of beading, and because of that, there's gonna have to be like some that I put like string on here first that go left to right, and then the next row will have to go the opposite direction. The top row will have to go. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's see if we can do the light color first. I'm gonna get all my beads out. I got mad earlier and put them back saying screw this, but no, I'm gonna get them back out and then have some of these ready to go, and we'll try the light color first. I'll be right back. Okay, I have everything on there. It is kind of upside down and backwards, but my brain thinks that's how it's supposed to be. We'll see, because I'm thinking like I start here and I work this way, but then back this way, then I'll do the string. I may be screwing up because I didn't take into consideration the foundation change. Shit. There's only one way to find out, and it's not the end of the world if I have to undo it. Okay, there's less on this one, so it's the better option. Just trying to see like how much. Oof. This might be too much. I may have to undo the side beads. No. I mean, that's them stretched. This might be too big. I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea what I'm doing. So my plan for this is to do like maybe 22 stitches, half double crochet row, and then I'll string this across and then like anchor it down to the other side and then go up and then do like another chain, I guess, of the same number, and then anchor that to the other side. I don't know what I'm doing. And then another row of half double crochets and then finish off. And then I will string the ends. I'll leave myself nice long tails on both sides and then string the ends through these loops. These are closed. I can't get them off. I thought maybe I could pry them open with some sort of jewelry making stuff, but I can't. So we're gonna have to string it through there and we'll see how it goes. Thankfully, because of that, since we can string the ends through there and then kind of sew them into the actual band itself, I don't have to worry about looping it through that bar. So if it's too wide, maybe it'll still work out. Wish me luck. Okay, we're gonna go for 24 because we're gonna do half double crochet, and we need 2 more than what the stitches we're doing. I'm not counting, damn it. Okay, I think I want 22. Ooh, I don't. It's gonna stretch out. I may have to take the end beads off. Oh my gosh, that's so short. So what I'm gonna do is they had these cute little colored hearts that match. I think I'm gonna take those out because even though they're hearts and it does separate the words, I think these solid color beads would be a better choice for that. So instead of having them on the end, I will just have maze crochet with the solid beads in the middle. I hate it. I hate that so much, but my wrists just aren't that big. So here we are. I I don't know in what world I thought upside down and backwards on the string was a good idea. Like, if I'm still stringing it, it still wouldn't have made sense. I'm not okay. My brain must just be mush at this point. What was I thinking? Anyway, hopefully this will be short enough. I don't know. Now I feel like it's too short, but I don't know where to add beads to make it even out, but not too long. But the chain will stretch out as I put stitches in it, right? Okay, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. And if you do regular beadwork, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm being so dumb. This is not something I do. This part I have not done. Okay, so now half double crochet in the back bump. I was really sad when I couldn't get the beads crocheted into the stitches. Like, that was the dream. Because I've seen other people do it, like I said, like on those blankets. It's what I wanted so badly, but it looked terrible. They were so scrunched up, and I don't have enough stitches to space them out further. So, yeah, just had to let that one go. So these are half doubles. Oh, this is hard. And this stuff is expensive. Oh my gosh. It would have been so much cheaper to just get the yarn, but I wouldn't know if it'd work out or not. Maybe that's a bad one. That's so uneven. Consistency, we don't know her. Let's see. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. If you were also counting stitches right then, I'm very sorry. So, how do we do? Ooh, okay, here's my problem. I don't know how to get back over here. Okay. Okay, we did not consider this problem. Shit. Let me think about this. Let me think, okay? Let me think. Okay, well, I've screwed up. So obviously I can't loop it back over here with this in the middle. Physics doesn't work that way. Yeah, that's just, it's not gonna work. It's just not. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about how to get from back here to over here. Just in my brain, I was like, oh, I can just get back over. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. I think I'll just try to see how it looks if I make a solid band and then sew, like, you know, have all of these on the string and then sew the ends of that on. It's after 11. Okay. I hate the fact that I started this at night. I don't like starting videos at night unless I do them completely at night, but I will have to come back tomorrow morning and give this a new shot because Rachel After Dark is going to bed. It didn't work out. It's Sunday night and tomorrow is a school day. So I'm going to have to give this another go in the morning after some coffee. It's not what I wanted, but it's what I get. Good morning. Okay, here's what I have done this morning while having my coffee and breakfast. Yes, I'm wearing black. I know it messes with the lighting. I'm sorry, I just don't care. Not right now. So I made the band. I did 3 rows, half double crochet, single crochet, and then another half double crochet. And then I went in and at first I just added the beads all together and they were sliding around. It was kind of messy. Things were stretching out. It was weird. So like I just kind of anchored these end pieces on either side, and it wasn't working out. So what I did after that was one by one, put one on and then went under the stitches every time. So now I have this. It's not nearly as wonky as it was when I was embedding them while making the band itself. I think I like it. I think. And it's easier that if there are any errors, I can go back and correct it instead of having to pull like the whole band apart. I could just pull the end out and fix it if there's any problems. So this is on the top. I went through the stitches on the top row of the half double crochets. So now I'm going to go through the stitches on the bottom row of the half double crochets and finish the rest of it. And hopefully it'll look good and it won't be too cluttered or just ugly. That's the goal. And I apologize for all the stupid ideas I had last night. I was tired and desperate. We have regrouped. We are moving on with our damn lives. And so now I have to pull all of these off and start one at a time. And hopefully it works out. Also, I don't know how long this spandex lasts. Like, I don't know if it stretches at some point and does not bounce back. That ought to be interesting to find out. So these, I should have my overhead, but I don't want to change the camera. These 2 bars right here. Did I literally just do that without putting a bead on? I did. Okay, we're doing great. This isn't exactly how I wanted things to go. So far, it's looking pretty cute, but it's getting done, and it's not horrible. And I did try at least 3 other ways before getting here, so, you know, sometimes it just works out that way. This way I get to use more beading than whatever I was trying to do last night. I'm just so embarrassed of what I tried to do last night and how I just wasn't thinking, like the upside down backwards thing, the trying to loop around with the one string. I don't know. I don't know where my brain was. Anyway, here we go. Very bright, very cute, very childish. I don't care. I think it's adorable. I'm not gonna wear this like all the time. So, and there's still a really good stretch. All right, I am gonna weave everything in and get the ends through these pieces and try it on. We have it all done. Moment of truth. Let's see if we can get it on this watch. How big is it now? Oh, I think it's gonna be too big. It's too big. To really tighten it up, I would probably take out another 5, like down to 15 stitches around. I need a minute. I need a few minutes. I'm gonna regroup. I'm gonna take a minute, self-regulate some emotions, and I'm now pushing this video back a week. So it was supposed to be on the 8th, but I've got another plan for the 8th. I'm going to come back to it. So I don't know when. At some point this week I'll come back, but for you it'll be right now. Okay, it's done. It's cute. It's just, like I said before, a little childish, but that's fine. Like, it's bright and colorful. I did do 3 rows of half double crochet, 15 stitches across. That was it. And it tapers in on the ends at the connectors. Can't really do anything about that. It just is what it is. I had to do stitches on either side to keep it down, because running the string just through these little rings, it would slide. So I did have to do that. And yes, I do know that there are connectors without these little rings that you can buy online. At the time, I just found this at Walmart. It's what I had. It was what I was going to go with. I didn't have time to order those, and I just didn't bother all week because I already had these. So it's fine. It doesn't move anymore now that I've gotten it anchored down. It's cute. I still want to make the black one, and because I had to cut down on the number of stitches, it was going to say "Pardon my" on the top, and then the second row was going to say "Resting Stitch Face," with some little skulls and some other little silver bits. I don't have room for that now that I'm down to 15 stitches across. So it's just gonna say resting and then stitch face under that with the skulls and the other round beads. And that's what we're gonna go with. I am gonna make it on camera. I'm gonna speed it up. I'm not gonna say a word. If you see my mouth moving, I'm either talking to my pets or myself, because I just don't feel like I've done enough actual work on camera. This was such a mess to begin with, starting at night, not knowing what I was doing, not having things work out. So I'm gonna work a whole band, start to finish. It will be the black spandex. This is called Fablastic, by the way. And the little picture on here makes it look like it's mainly supposed to be for like masks, the earpieces for the masks, for face masks. Again, I got it at Michael's, black and white. Pretty expensive. These rolls were about $22, $23. I can't remember exactly. Pretty expensive, 100 yards. So I'm gonna use it. Again, it's stretchy, so tension's gonna be wonky. And I'm gonna use a 5mm hook, and I will do resting and stitch face with some extra little beads on it. Let's do that. Let's make a new watch band. Yeah. I gotta get all my beads out first. Give me a minute. All right, it took about 32 minutes, roughly, and when I stood up, I was looking for my tweezers to try to help pull the ends through the little rings. It would have been less time if I didn't have to do that, if I didn't have to try to move the string through there, but I already didn't use the beads from the kit, so I wasn't going to be even more wasteful and not use the connectors either and go buy brand new connectors that didn't have those, but that's okay. It's done. And after all that work, all that trial and error, it came down to 32 minutes of getting this completed. It's okay. You know, that's why we try things, right? Just experiment and see if it's going to work. Now, let's see if it's going to work as a bracelet. Ooh, this one's a little longer. Is it just stretched out? Okay. A bracelet. Did I say bracelet? You know what I meant. I meant a watch band. Resting stitch face. Still wish it had said pardon my resting stitch face, but it doesn't. I mean, they're cute. I'm not going to wear them all the time, but I am glad I gave it a shot. This stuff I think would be really good to make beaded bracelets with. Nice stretchy beaded bracelets. You don't have to worry about the sliding. Again, I don't know how long that stretch is going to last, but I might actually crochet some beaded bracelets because I got a buttload of beads now, so might as well. I don't know what they'll say. Maybe I'll make just a bracelet that says resting stitch face, a nice thick cuff. Oh, I bet that'd be really cute. Well, that is it for this video. If you are still here, if you survived my brain fart at the beginning, my crash out in the middle, and now the final product, thank you so much for sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!